Hey, peoples! Happy New Year's! Feliz Año Nuevo 2014. This is your one and only friend, Mr.KB. Well, your one and only. I don't know why I even said that. But, anyways, Happy New Year's to you all. And I'm gonna ring in the New Year's by playing a little bit of Resogun on the PS4. And there's a reason why I'm playing this game. And part of the reason is because it's fun. Anyways, um, this video is really just meant to say Happy New Year's to everybody. It's 2:28 here in the West Coast. We just came back from Knott's Berry Farm, which is a theme park out here in Southern California. If anybody from out of the country or out of the state doesn't know exactly where that place is at, it's in Buena Park, California. And we just, rang in the New Year's, me and my wife and my child, just rocking it out there with a bunch of strangers and uh, fireworks and whatnot. And part of the reason why I want to make this video is because, 2013 was a pretty good year in gaming, and I gotta confess that I am kind of on the short end of stuff because the two games I was looking forward to in 2013 I actually did not play. Last of Us and Grand Theft Auto 5. Believe it or not, I was so hyped about those games. It's just life has a funny way of just getting you when you least expect it. But you know what? For me, it's one of those things where I'm kind of happy that the only place it got me was with video games. Just not having that amount of money. Oh, jeez. Just not having that amount of money for, for video games. It's fine with me. It's just everything else has worked out. Me and the family just actually came back from a trip from Bishop, California, and Mammoth Fountain. Again, it's one of those things that take place in Southern California. If anybody doesn't know, it's just, it's a ski resort for the most part. I wanted my kid to watch snow, and I mean to see snow and everything, and we did, and it was a cool, like really good trip. And again, just things have a way of actually working. And once I actually had money for The Last of Us and Grand Theft Auto 5, well, the PS4 was officially out, and we spent money on newer games. It's just the way life works out. So my gaming New Year's resolution for 2014 is to catch up on those two games that I missed in 2013. Other than that, it's just trying to enjoy as much gaming as possible. Because, sometimes you just never know when the last day comes. And I don't want to be wondering. I don't want to be left. I don't want to leave this world not experiencing those games. From a gamer standpoint, in the real life aspect, I really don't care. But from a gamer standpoint, I really don't want to miss out on those games because I was really looking forward to them. It's just, again, life just has a funny way of saying, hey, yeah, you got more pressing things to actually pay. Oh, did I get him? I got him! Come here! And another reason why I'm playing Resogun is because this is actually going to be my PS4 game of the year for 2013. Now, in the short time that the PS4 has actually been out, I'm going to say I've been fairly privileged to play a nice chunk of the games that are out there. Actually, I played. Who died? Damn it! I played Battlefield 4, FIFA, Madden, Call of Duty Ghost, Resogun, Contrast, Warframe, not Wireframe, like I was calling it during all of launch. What else? Jeez. Call of Duty Ghost, Battlefield 4, NBA 2K, 14, Killzone. And out of all the games that I've been able to try out, Resogun just, it's one of those games that just stands the test of replay value, and just overall, it simply works. Like, outside of you needing internet connection to download the game, and maybe that one time that the PlayStation Network needs to verify that you have an active account to play the game. Other than that one time, the game just simply works. You can load it up whenever you want. You can play it whenever you want. You can play with friends for high scores. The design is so simplistic in nature, but it's fun. I don't know how many hours I played this game. In all honesty, it's been quite a bit of time. I believe I'm gonna say that outside of, you know what? No, I'm gonna say I've probably played this game more than any game that I have for the PS4. Even though I love FIFA, even though whenever I need like a quick fix, and even when I just want something to play via remote play on my Vita, Resogun is it. It's simple enough where the Vita remote play just works. It's it. I can't really. I can't have enough high praise for this game. It's beautiful. Yes, it's just a cylinder with pixels flying and everything, but it's a beautiful game, a simplistic game, and it just works. And for that very reason, I am going to give it my personal 2013 PS4 Game of the Year. And if people were wondering why I chose it, well, you know, one, it's my personal opinion. That's just my personal opinion. You don't have to take it into account if you don't want to. It's my personal opinion that this game is the best game the PS4 had during its launch window. But Battlefield 4 looks beautiful. Nothing against the game. But I did encounter a crash. Again, it wasn't a major crash. It actually didn't even hinder my progress outside of restarting me, having to restart the game, having to go back and, you know, and play just a little bit more than what, you know, than what I lost a little bit of progress, but it wasn't anything, you know, mind-blowingly like heartbreaking loss or anything. It's just, you know, you experience a crash and you kind of don't want to deal with it anymore. That's kind of how it is for me. You know, like I was like, oh geez, like are you serious? Like a crash, you know, and it is what it is, and it is what it is. And I experienced a crash. Madden the same thing, but at the same time, Madden is kind of like the reason why I liked this year's Madden was because it brought back a mode which I liked way back in the PlayStation 2 game. So I'm not gonna give a game. I'm not gonna give a game of the year to a game that kind of just went back and did what I wanted it to do for pretty much 7 years of the current generation. I'm not gonna do that. It doesn't make any sense for me to actually do that. So that's why for me that discounted that. Um, NBA. Oh jeez, no. NBA 2K14 was pretty good. Actually, you know what? That was the best looking sports game, and I will probably say it was probably top two in all games in general as far as like how it looked. But once the game was fully installed and I had to actually, how can I say, like once I got access to like all the codes and I put it online, the first thing it wanted me to do was create an account, and I didn't have an account, and it's just one of those things where, like, if I just want to play the game, I actually have to launch the game offline, and I just don't want to deal with that. I just want to play the game. You know, like, yeah, if it required, like, an online mode, or, no, are you kidding me? Jeez, that just blows. And that's why I didn't pick that game. Ghost, you know, I think story-wise, they picked up a little bit, but the formula of Call of Duty just doesn't change. You know, I think Black Ops 2 was a great alteration on the formula of Call of Duty, but I'm not going to give Call of Duty a Game of the Year over minimal changes on a formula that is well over 10 years old. I'm just not going to do it. What else? Killzone. And I think this is going to be the game that I catch the most flack on. Is Killzone to me was just simply boring. Every mission took about maybe 40 minutes to an hour to pass, roughly. You know, a lot of trial and error if you don't do it right. Not so much trial and error sometimes, but to me it was just one of those games that just there was so much lull in the action sometimes where like no story is being progressed, no action is taking place on screen. It was just boring. Like I don't know how else to explain it. It's just other than that, it was just boring at times to actually play the game. Touchpad sequences that for the owl that just I didn't like having to use the touchpad, to control one aspect of the game, which seemed really vital to the actual overall scheme of the gameplay. And it could have been easily mapped to the D-pad, and just I couldn't get into it. I tried, and I just couldn't get it. So, in my opinion, Battlefield 4 is actually a lot more flushed out and designed better than is actually designed better than Killzone. So if you guys are looking for like a really good multiplayer, in my opinion, I actually believe Battlefield 4 is actually better. Warframe, it's not bad, but it's one of those games that needs co-op to actually be, I guess, fun or successful. And I like to play alone. That's part of the reason why Resogun actually won, because Resogun does have a co-op, but I like to play alone. And if I can play alone, it's my time. It's Mr.KB time to play by myself. So that's what I actually like to do. Let me see. Contrast actually had me going for a good maybe hour and a half. And then I just hit a sequence in the story where it was like literally 15 minutes to pass one part of it. And it was just really boring. Like, I couldn't believe that it lost me at that very moment. I'm not going to say what part it actually was, but it just lost me in it. At the beginning, for me, it was a strong contender for a PS4 game that I was really liking, but no. And what else? I can't remember what else. Can't remember what else I mentioned that I actually liked. So, if you guys have any questions, because I know I'm kind of losing track, because I really didn't have this planned. Oh snaps! I kind of didn't have anything planned. I was like, hey, you know what? It's New Year's. I gotta make a new video, and that's kind of what I'm doing. Oh, damn it! Oh, I got saved. Oh, you know what? I have. Oh, jeez, not that time. And you know what? Another thing is, I'm a little bit older. Oh, you kidding me? Stupid enemy. Oh, and I just blew that for nothing. And I don't know, this game Resogun just has me. It has me so well. This game just to me is amazing. It's old school at its best. It's old school with a little bit of new school, and it's great. Oh my gosh. It's a great game in my opinion. It really tests your reflexes, it really tests just a player's skill. There's nothing to take advantage of. There's nothing. I mean, you know what? Like every game, I'm pretty sure there's something that somebody can take advantage of as far as scoring goes. But as far as like trying to get through the game on a single life or a single, there's always it's skill. It's old school, and I love it. It's like a Pac-Man, like a Galaga. It's those type of games, that just kind of those are the ones that tend to just withstand the test of time. They never get old because you need your skills at the peak performance for a game to be that great. And like any other game that I just mentioned, a 2K, a Madden, a FIFA, a whatever the case may be, you're not gonna go back and play those games once the new iteration is out. And maybe once Resogun 2 comes out, if there is going to be a sequel, again, this is me confirming. Don't think I'm some sort of insider and I have the inside track, because I don't. But if Resogun 2 comes out, and if it's different enough, you might want to go back to Resogun 1. But as far as like Battlefield 5, once Battlefield 5 comes out, you're not going to go back to Battlefield 4. And that's what I feel also kind of dictates how I judge a game any given year. Like, can it be outperformed and outdated within a year. And I believe for every game that's come out, since most of them were sequels during this launch window, that is the actual case. And I'm reaching that 15-minute window, so I'm going to pause it really quick. I'm going to continue with the Resogun and continue my thoughts right now.